Hello everyone, it's Demon Walker here, and today I'm going to be going through my second box of the Got a Story NS 12 series. I picked up a second box of this, as well as a bunch of other Got a Story boxes, because Waifu had a special little bundle. Let's see if I can get this poster in my camera very well. You could get the various different Got a Story posters, which I believe are more for like display purposes, usually in like a card shop. It shows off all the the hit rarities and stuff like that. Honestly, I wanted mostly to get a Blue Moo because I did not get that last time. Instead of having my Blue Moo Fumo, I'm going to use my Goddess of Magic Hikacia to see if she gives me better luck. So yeah, let's get into it. See how well this cracks open today. Admittedly, I honestly don't really remember what was in this box, so it's gonna be some probably showing off dupes without intentionally doing so. I think I mostly collected all the rares, but that would be it. Alright. Off the bat, we get a CR of this awful character. I don't think I pulled her last time, so that's at least something new. Oh yeah, this is the pack that had Raftalia and the Philo that I actually own a poster for. I'll try and just kind of skim by on the rares the first time I see them, and any other dupes that I get. Because honestly, these videos keep taking me way too long to go through. Alright, I don't remember if I pulled her last time, our lovely Sakura from Cardcaptor Sakura. I loved this series ever since I was a child. I'm glad they did a clear card for it, and I do hope clear card eventually gets another season, because they didn't actually finish off the show or the storyline they were telling. But that's been, I think, 6 years now, so it's not super likely. But you never know. As of this season, there's actually an anime going on that is getting a second season after, I think, 7 years. It was the Bed, Bath, and Beyond or whatever for Spirits. And that last aired, I think, in 2018. So, I mean, weirder stuff has happened. Alright, and I'm not sure who this SR chick is. She's pretty cool. I like the outfits on these characters a lot more than the characters themselves sometimes. I don't know, I guess that means the character design isn't that great, but the outfit design just is on point. Alright, and this random chick. I've opened so many boxes with some of these characters because the rares and the SRs get, or the Rs and the SRs get repeated in a lot of the Got a Story boxes. So in like the NS13, you'll get some of these, and the NS14, you'll get some of these. Alright, neat little cat girl. I think I opened this one last time though, so that's not that impressive. But she's cute. I like her look quite a bit. Right, and Nino from Quintessential Quintuplets. I'm pretty sure I got her last time too. But I don't think I got the full set of SRs, because you only get one SR per pack. And since the SR is the card that would get upgraded to an SSR, that means at most you'll get 30 if you're really unlucky, and you're more likely going to get fewer than that. Alright. That one's from a pack I've never actually bought before. Ooh, some nice boba tea from, this is the K-On! Girl. I don't remember her name, but I think she's the one that they forced to put on cat ears. I need to go and watch the other season of K-On! I've only watched season 1. But I have a limited amount of time, and when some of these videos take like an hour to make, it kind of makes it really hard to go watch anime that you like. I'm not sure who this chick is, but she's pretty generic. Yeah, I'm recording this on a Saturday, and the newest season of anime pretty much just started a couple weeks ago. And I'm currently sitting at 7 episodes that air on Saturdays just on Crunchyroll. And then I'm still keeping up on Pokemon Adventures, which airs typically on Saturdays, or Pokemon Horizons, whatever the name is. And I think there's 1 or 2 other shows that air on Saturdays that I just don't remember the names of off the top of my head. I strongly dislike the fact that Crunchyroll effectively has a monopoly on anime, but it does make it really convenient when you're watching all your anime in one place. I don't really use like Netflix or anything like that. I had Netflix for a while, and I didn't really care for how little anime I was getting through it. You'd get like 1 new Netflix show per season, and at that point it was just more efficient to find other means of getting access to those shows. So that's what I've done. Even like Ranma 1/2, which I really love the show, and I do think the remake is doing a pretty decent job so far, although I still prefer the original. I just watch it through other means. Yeah, so far I haven't seen anything super crazy out of this box. Nice free run. First SSR. The art on the face does look a little bit almost AI, but Freerun does have a pretty good art style most of the time, so that could be from that. Ooh. I do apologize for any background noise that is in this video and in past videos. So I didn't realize until I was editing a lot of my videos that my AC was actually pretty noisy, and I could hear it when I was listening to and checking things. I don't have my AC on today, so that won't be a problem. But I do know in one of the other videos that I posted as well, probably several of them, my cat got a little loud, and you could hear him near the end of the video. He's a very needy boy, so he's got to make some noise whenever he wants attention. And first SCR of the pack. Pink-haired girl with a butterfly. Otherwise, like, I don't know. Neat, I guess. Be better if I knew who she was. But yeah, I raised my cat to be kind of on the louder side, because I would talk to him by meowing super loudly all the time. And now that's just kind of what he does when he wants attention or in and out or anything like that. It's cute, and I love him for it. But it does mean if he starts wanting attention while making a video or something, he's going to be heard. And there's nothing I can do about it. It'll be even worse if he actually wakes up, because he's actually sleeping. He just sneezed a couple of times right on my bed. And that's only a couple feet away from where I'm doing this. I can't lock him out of everything. That's impossible. That's just too mean. Especially since this is a sleeping spot. Yeah, I definitely remember her from last time. I still have not actually made an attempt to watch her anime, because, again, Gundam. I'm still considering it, but it's just not a priority. If I were to get somebody who wanted to watch it with me, perhaps I would be more likely to. Kind of like Avatar: The Last Airbender. I was never going to watch that on my own, but I recently started watching that one with a couple of friends. And, I mean, it's not bad. I know it's not an anime, but the same thing. It's a show I wouldn't have watched without somebody saying, hey, let's go watch this together. I don't like usually watching anime with other people, because then you have to align schedules to watch shows, and if it's a long-running show, that can be really difficult. Like, I tried watching Bleach with somebody. I want to watch Inuyasha with somebody, but they're long shows, and people don't have the ability to sync their schedules for that type of stuff very often. That's kind of... I mean, I think I paid for this card, so I guess I got a dupe of it. I'd have to double check, but I like Rose and Maiden, so I guess it is fine. Yeah, I'm trying to go through this a little bit quicker because it's kind of a pain to edit hour-long videos, and I don't know how much people really like them. My video backlog is honestly probably 2 or 3 months out at the time of recording. The day I'm recording this is actually in October, and by the time this comes out, it'll probably be closer to December or even January, maybe later. And it's just kind of a pain to get to these hour-long videos, and then I don't know if the people who are viewing this like it or not, because I haven't heard the feedback from any of my first hour-long videos yet. Nobody's actually commented on my videos as of time of recording outside of like one comment on the first video. So I honestly, I'm kind of in the dark. I don't really expect anything to come of this channel. I am mostly just doing this for funsies. But, I mean, if I'm going to do it, I do want to hear from people. If people think I'm doing something poorly and want me to improve on it, I can't improve without feedback, unfortunately. Honestly, I haven't seen a whole lot of likes yet either, or views or anything like that. I think I'm still only sitting at like 6 subscribers as of recording. But this is also a niche hobby, so I don't really expect much. Alright, Makima. I didn't get this last time. I think Makima's her name. I don't care for Chainsaw Man still. The hand is neat. I don't know why that's there, but that's cool. I mean, if you are watching this video, if you hear me make a mistake on a name, you know, feel free to let me know. If you have insight on something that I'm unsure of, like a character's history or like an anime's origins or anything like that, feel free to let me know, because there's a lot I don't know. I am one person with a very limited amount of time to interact with my hobbies, which at this point is just anime consumption in various forms. And I mean, there's a lot of anime, such as Neon Genesis Evangelion, that I just don't care to investigate into, so I don't know a whole lot about them. So feel free to let me know any of that in comments, and then I do try and absorb information and be able to talk about it at a future date. Obviously, I'm terrible with names. I'm never going to remember this chick's name, for example. Yeah, especially a Love Live character. I think this is an Eminence and Shadow character, at the very least. I can remember stuff like that, especially for anime I have seen, and I did watch the first 2 seasons of Eminence and Shadow. I think we're at 2 seasons anyway. Ooh, Carol SCR. Very nice. Best girl. I do like my cat girls, though. I should look more into Redive, but I don't know if the gacha game is still live. I did attempt to download Zenless Zone Zero and Wuthering Heights, I think it was. And then I very quickly found With Zenless Zone Zero, it actually destroyed my data plan on my phone, so if I were to play it, I have to play it on computer. And I found that Wuthering Heights has that weird control style on phone where you use like a control stick, and I just don't care for that. Alright, we got Railgun. I think I got this SSR last time, but I'm not sure. This was on that poster though, and I think it's on the box too. Maybe not, but it's on the poster, so that's cool. But yeah, I attempted to go through those, and with Zenless Zone Zero, I uninstalled it the moment it maxed out my data plan and said, nope, I'm not messing with this. And the other one, the moment I found out about its control scheme, I uninstalled it and said it's not worth my time. I did install Blue Archive though, and I got as far as re-rolling for the characters based off the reroll guide I found, and then have not really touched it since, because that's how little time I have for that type of stuff. I think I commented on this chick last time, but she's pretty cool. Definitely from an older anime. But I don't know what older anime. It might be Gundam. So I'll complain about Gundam because I don't like mechs, but I don't actually have any real issue with Gundam. Like, it might be a good anime, all the characters in it might be really cool, but it's just not my style of anime. This is a pretty cool character. So I can get behind mecha stuff. This is more futuristic and all that. Like, I like Angel Gear Aegis, for example. It's the hyper super big mechs that I just stopped caring for. And part of that could also be a little bit because I didn't get to watch that type of stuff as a kid. It was really hard to watch Toonami. I shared a bedroom with a person, and all the TVs in the house you had to fight for to watch anything. So yeah, I didn't really get a chance to even try and experience Gundam, and now I just don't care for. I am waffling a little bit because I saw that I got the Blue Moo. This is very nice. I'm glad I got it on this go. This one card makes this box worth it. I don't know how many other Toho characters are in the box. Obviously, I saw Yuyuko earlier, but she is one of the common ones. And I've already got like 15 copies of her through various boxes. Yeah, this is a wonderful card. I like the gold stamping of the Ofuda. The butterflies are a little bit weirder. I feel like Blue Moo would have, I don't know, anything but butterflies, because in Lost Word she has Suika as part of her attacks. I think she has Yukari as part of her attacks too, but neither of those two utilize butterflies. So that's just a little weird. Honestly, I don't know if there's anything else out of this box I really even need to pull at this point. I guess we'll find out. I've already got the box. I'm not going to not open all of it. Alright, and Madoka Magica character, SR. Honestly, after pulling the more expensive boxes, the 5-won and 10-won boxes, where SRs are not your rare card in the pack, they don't feel that special. Like, the 10-won boxes, the SR is the common rarity. You don't even get rare, the R cards. And heck, I'm pretty sure this is an SR in one of the other boxes. It's hard to tell, but these boxes reuse art a lot. They'll take an image, throw it on a higher rarity in a different box, and then call it good. Yeah, no, not much else getting pulled so far. I guess I should have this card on display like I've been doing. Kind of slacking today. Today's one of those lazy days. I woke up about an hour later than I intended to because it was a little dark and rainy outside. My cat was just laying in the perfect position to cuddle. So I'm like, yeah, I guess I'll stay in bed a little longer. Pretty sure I viewed this card already. There's so many of these, but another good card. Got another Rem. Still not enough Rams. If you're listening, please use more Rams in your cards. Don't just use Rem. Rem is not the only waifu. In fact, I see more Rem than Amelia, and Amelia is the true waifu in the end. Which is kind of funny. I guess that's just how people are, though. They pick the cutest one, and they want to fawn over it. Ooh. Like this one. This is obviously the best girl in Infinite Stratus. Definitely the cutest. And the only one I own any merchandise for, since I own a figure of her. Another dupe. And SSR for Oshi no Ko. Very nice. I believe her name is I have not watched the show in a bit because obviously I'm just waiting on the next season. And I have not started reading the manga. But very nice. There's definitely still stuff to pull out of this box, but it's all going to be probably SSRs and higher. I haven't seen anything above an SCR. I didn't double check to see if this box comes with higher than those. Ooh, another SSR right away. This is the Jujutsu Kaisen girl that, as of the last season, I think it was very questionable if she was still alive or not. She was definitely in rough shape. I don't think she's dead, personally. Shows like this don't tend to kill off their main characters and so on and so forth for a while, if at all. Especially their female characters, because the female characters are what will often attract audiences to the show. And while she's not one of the prettier female characters, she is a female character. Dupe SR. I believe I pulled this SCR in my last box or another one, because I recognize this chick with the Fumo looking doll. It is a very cute card, and I like these little dolls, but yeah, not great when you're pulling dupes of higher rarities. We are getting close to the end, and we're making good time. I'm only at 23-ish minutes right this second. Ooh, and a Your Forger. Probably another dupe card, but Your's nice. I like this particular season of Spy X Family, because this season they are going more into the past of the characters' histories. As of last week's and this week's episode, as of time of recording, they just did Lloyd's past to explain how he became the type of person he is, which I thought was neat. I do know they're going to go through, like, the professors, and I believe they also go through Yours at some point. It's been a while since I read the manga. I honestly haven't had time to be reading manga. Much to my dismay, I even have a tablet that's all I do with it is read manga on it. But one day I will get back to it. I'll start catching up on all my series again and enjoy myself with that. Alright. We're just in dupe territory at this point. And, ooh. Very nice SER rarity of the girl from Licorice Recoil. I have this art from something else. I think I actually pulled, maybe not an SER, but something similar in one of the 5 or 10 won boxes. But this is cool. I like the flower. She definitely fits the red lilies of death. Or red spider lilies, I think is what they're actually called. Yeah, very, very beautiful. I do kind of wish that these lower tier boxes did like the higher tier, where the backings would change depending on the rarity a little bit. Getting the silver backings and the blue backings and stuff is kind of awesome. It separates the low rarities from the high rarities a bit more. Alright. Still seeing a few different SRs. I'll definitely be sorting out to see which of these cards is actually new later. I'll have to dig my box of this stuff out and then compare to what's already in binders as well. Which is kind of a pain. I try not to put stuff in binders until I've bought all I feel I'm going to buy of a set. But I kind of bought this set on a whim. And I know this is a dupe. I remember pulling this JoJo character, and I was very disappointed. It's not the end of the world pulling dupes. I put all these higher rarities in a separate dupe box pile that I don't know, maybe I'll list them on eBay or something. I'm very still undecided what I'm going to do with these duplicates, because I just don't have a great idea yet. Like, I can sell these, obviously, but how many of these are realistically going to sell? Like, I've pulled like 3 or 4 of Charlotte from this box, and I don't think they're going to sell. Who is this? This is a neat SSR right near the end. I've never seen her before, though. Nice clothing. Little... kind of like a breakage going on with the gold foiling, and then that looks almost like a windy symbol. Unfortunately, the back tells me nothing, but that's cool. Alright, and for the last pack, let's see what we get. Are we in for disappointment, or are we in for something crazy at the end? Alright, and we are in for disappointment. Just a basic SR of some schoolgirl. Considering I remember seeing Mahjong tiles with the schoolgirl, I'm pretty sure this is a dupe. But oh well. That's what you get with Goddess Story, is a lot of dupes. Alright, so that is it for my second box of Goddess Story NS12. So ultimately, this second box was, in fact, very worth it for me, because I did get the one card that I really wanted out of it, the Blue Moo. With that, I don't really have any reason to buy another box of this. They are pretty cheap boxes, ultimately, but you get a ton of duplicates, and any of the higher rarities that I want, I'm honestly just going to buy outright at this point. I do have a bunch of other Goddess Story boxes that will be upcoming, so it'll probably be a huge wave of them if I don't interlace these in with other videos. But that is going to be it for this time. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all later.